my lovely humans, it's Friday. Let's have some Freaky Friday fun, okay? No, this has nothing to do with the movie. I have just been stressed and upset, and it's because I haven't gone to play. I don't feel like I have, because even though I did have a murder mystery party, setting it up and getting ready for it was so stressful. And it was chaotic while it was happening. We as adults don't take the time to have fun. That's why we want to grow up. People are like, oh, I can't wait to be a grown-up because then I can have fun. But then we get to a grown-up stage and we feel like we can't. So we're going to change that today. So we're going to go. It's not Halloween yet when I'm filming this. You might be watching this at Halloween, but right now for me it's not Halloween. But we are going to be doing Halloween-esque things. I am going to be turning myself into Chubby Cherry. So she is the lead singer of the band, of the animated band Studio Killers. They are not an AI band, they are an animated band. The performers and musicians are all real people. This is the aesthetic that we are going for. As you can see, Cherry is unapologetic. She's bold. And so we got on our white shirt. And this is not a tutorial. This is us having fun. Learn as we go. See what we can do. So Cherry, first of all, has some super thin eyebrows and very pallid skin. So we're going to go with that. I normally would not go to these lengths unless it was Halloween. But let's go. We're going to start with flattening our eyebrows. This eyebrow is longer than this eyebrow just naturally because this side of my face is longer than this side. And everyone's face does that. Alright, eyebrows are blocked off. Also, I realized that my background is empty. I'm in the process. If you didn't see the vlog, I'll link it up here. I'm moving everything out of my room to paint because I'm turning the walls from red to like a seafoam green, light teal color. So we're on that. Okay, so brows are done there. And now we need to perfect the face. She has a very perfect complected skin that's, again, very pale, very alabaster. So we are going to start with blocking out any color that we might have under our eyes. It's at night when I chose to do this. I'm just gonna block out all of the eye color that we have because we want purity. Cherry is pure fun, pure chaos. Using two kinds of primers. So the first one I'm going to use is Sealed. This is from Topicals, and this is supposed to fill in any, if you have any acne dents, like I do have some kind of ice pick boxcar scars. I also have a lot of pores, and using this regularly helps not only fill it in instantly in the moment, but is also supposed to fill it in over time, which is also good. So I have like a dot there. We're going to just fill that all in. And I'm also going to be using the Laura Geller Spackle because her face is almost glowing because it is so pale. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the Laura Geller Spackle just to help bring out that brightness under our full coverage foundation that we have going on. So the foundation that I'm going to be using is Natural Beige, which is very dark for her, but is the most full color, full coverage foundation that I currently have. And I'm also going to be using my Camo concealer in Light from e.l.f. And then I'm going to be covering it all with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in Fair. And that will be the thing that pales it all out. So let us get to that. So I'm going to start, actually, with our concealer. This is a lot of concealer, but it's because I need this to help counteract the deepness in this. I just held up something that is not the thing I meant to hold up. Alright, getting into this. Alright, got our foundation on our brush. And we're going to start where I need the most coverage and then work it out the rest of the way. Now, Chubby Cherry, as you can see, she does have a little bit of bangs, but it's more like just loose hair. And I also am going to be using a blonde wig because I do not own a gray wig. And again, we're not going for cosplay here. It's inspired, close enough. Let's have some fun. Gonna be super blended. And my brush is wet, by the way. I used a wet brush just to help with the blending, very much like you would use a wet sponge, but this helps do the blending when you have a wet brush, but it still helps you get the coverage that a sponge often takes away. Block out the lips for this, and I'm going pretty heavy with this, baking the whole face, basically. In the music video that this photo that I'm using is inspired from, it's called Ode to the Bouncer, and you can see her kind of putting her makeup on, and she is not light-handed with that makeup. So I am going to take a little bit of some gray and some lightish brown, and we are just going to be using that for our brow color. And I'm using a very, very thin brush, tapping that off, and I'm just going to make a nice line. You can see from this photo, she does have some blush on, but it's very unassuming, very simple, so we're just going to go within with a very basic Petal pink, very lightly, because she does have some, but the star of her makeup is her paint drips. And now we are going to go in for some Milani eyeshadow primer. Just need a little bit between the eyes, and we're going all over. Make sure that we're getting this, you know, underneath. And it's all about the buildup. Like, some people might be going, well, why don't you just start really heavy with the black since you're going to be getting up there? Layering it is better for two reasons. One, it helps you control the color a little bit more because otherwise it will get everywhere. And this is not a look that you can do the eyes before the face just because of the basic nature of it. So doing the buildup just will behoove you overall. Absolutely going to line those inner rims. I am using a Kokie, Kokie liner, making sure we're nice and filled in. Now this might seem counteractive, but what I'm going to do is, now that I have my black placed, I'm going to take some micellar water, and the very top of this I'm going to make my shape. One, because the top of the look, if we take a peek here, the top of her eyeshadow doesn't really have, it's very well blended, and her eyeshadow doesn't go out very far. She has a very intense look, but the intensity is all on the lids and the underneath, not so much towards the top. She actually has a very clear top. It's all about that lid look here. So again, we're just gonna follow the natural contours and curve in. Now let's make some additional magic happen. I have a clean blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with my porcelain, or the fair, sorry, not porcelain, it's the Poreless powder. Again, just gonna go in with my face powder and just go over. Time for some color magic. Here we go. So we're gonna start with this eye, which is Cherry's pink and purple colored eye. I almost said pink eye, and I was like, we don't need that on our eyes. No, thank you, Bob. So I'm going to take, I cleaned off my blending brush that I used earlier, and we're going in for a mega hot pink. So I'm using an 88 palette, and I'm just going to go in with this super hot pink. Any kind of hot pink will. I gotta keep scooching. But we're gonna go in with that, and we are just gonna go crazy. So again, this is the most simple eye, and we are just covering that black. Blend at the top, just go nuts. Underneath and on top, own that. Go in with this lilac colors, these couple little lilac colors underneath and on that outer edge, because there is just a little bit of purple in her look, but it's very blendy, very blendy. Taking that brush we used before, and again, because we want that mega blend, going for it underneath and on top. If you watch the music video, Ode to the Bouncer, Cherry really does just literally take liquid paint and just put it across. So we're gonna take, this is Who Is She from, oh no, this is Born Yesterday, pardon me, from the liquid, this is a blush, but we're gonna place it on there, and then we're gonna take and just pop it across. And we're gonna put some right underneath too. And it's okay that it's drippy, because that is eventually what we're gonna want. But I'm gonna blend that out just a little bit. And then on the top, I'm gonna go back in with that pink that we used earlier and just put it on the end of the brush, and I'm just gonna lightly tap. Okay, and then just on the outside, I'm just gonna bring that shape in a little more, because even though her color's crazy, it's very contained to this area. And then one more time, other eye. Now I'm gonna go in with Styx, which is a mustard yellow, just to matte everything out and make that yellow orange color really come through. Blend, living for it. Some mascara and just randomly putting it on the bottom lashes, because we are about to make this drip happen. And what we're going to do to make that happen is we're going to take a little bit of, because this helps break some makeup down, and we're going to let it drip down our face. I oversaturated one of these, and I'm just going to press it against my lashes. It's just a gentle press, trying to get that liquid to do its thing all on its own. Well, that didn't quite do it. Time to bust out the eyedroppers. So we're just gonna do this. Don't want too much. Just gonna try to get it right underneath there. I don't want to put this in our eyes, so be very careful. We want that lash color to come down and drag down our face. So what I am doing is I'm encouraging those drops to take some of this with it. Same with this orange. Actual water And I'm hoping that that will move this along a little bit more emphatically. Okay, so I did just end up just drawing this one on, and then for the other ones I took my eyeliner and I just lightly went along and dragged some of the color lightly just to help give that little bit of emphasis. Okay, so we are going to finish off with some just mascara on the top. And now for her lips. If we see this color of her lips, this is after she's freshly applied her lipstick. So we got some peachy, pinky, purple gradient going on with just a little bit of a drip drip. So what we are going to do, what I'm going to do to try to achieve that is I'm going to start with, this is Seduction from Revlon. Just on this outer corner, not going in very far at all, but I am going to give that drip, that smeared, intentional smear. Then we're going into a pink, so I'm going to go in with Voyeur from Milani. This is one of their fetish lip balms. Very juicy looking color. And to do that drip, I'm going to use our blush again. Right there. This shape is perfect for this. And then to finish off the last corner of the lip, we're going to go in with another Milani Balm Fetish in Kink. Again, we want that wet look going, that blend. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this color just to help us. And now let's wig out. I mean, yes. Do you think the bouncer would let me in? So I hope that we had fun. I had fun. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, my lovely humans. Remember, you don't have to have a 2 in front of your age to be fun or have a good life. Let's keep living it up. Cherry would want it that way.